Hello Starcraft fans, this is FalconPaladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between NoRegreT and CranK on Bridgehead, the latter edition. I know what you're saying, hey Falcon, haven't you already cast a game between these two players on Bridgehead? And I said yes, because this is game 2 between these players on the ladder. And the reason I know that is because I watched a little bit of this just to make sure it wasn't the same replay. And let's go ahead and reintroduce the players. On the left side of Bridgehead, the ladder edition going double extractor trick is the red Zerg player. It is NoRegreT. And on the right side of Bridgehead, the ladder edition, not Protoss this time, is the blue Terran player, CranK. With NoRegreT throwing out the good luck, have fun friend. CranK saying good luck, have fun. CranK was in a pretty intense ZVP against this guy previously on my channel. You should check that out. Again, it's NoRegreT representing Potato, and pretty easy to find. I might link it up here in the top right to see it's easier to find, but I really recommend you watch that game. It was incredible. You really don't know who's going to win until the end, which just makes it so much fun to watch. So NoRegreT, it looks like might be going for a 3-hatch before pool. And indeed, here comes the probe. There is just about enough minerals to do it. The timing looks good. And there it is. So drone, yep, 3rd hatch popping on up here before the spawning pool. Let's see what else NoRegreT is going to do here. Possibly an extractor before pool, but that would be really super greedy. And look at this, CranK, it looks like he is going for a Reaper expand. So the Reaper's going to be popping out. There it is. There won't be much of anything to deal with this Reaper. Look at that extractor before pool, and there's the pool. The pool at like 17 supply. 1 minute 40-second mark, just so late. But again, this is a big map. I suppose NoRegreT is counting on the fact that the Reaper takes a long time to get over here, and the spawning pool might be finished in time, immediately pulling some workers off onto this gas. Excellent timing. Only getting 2 though. I'm not sure. There's the 3rd one. Rallying the drone into that extractor. Meanwhile, CranK did expand behind this Reaper. Here comes the Reaper here at the 2-minute mark. They're so early in Legacy of the Void. So watching that spawning pool in the top left to see if it finishes in time. And you know what? I think it might finish in time for NoRegreT to be able to get out some lings anyway. Queens take a long time to build. But there it pops. There's the spawning pool. 2 lings immediately. 2 queens immediately. But the Reaper has free reign on these drones for a little bit. Anyway, KD8 charge knocking those drones back. One of them way over the hatchery. That was funny. Going after the workers on the gas and does almost get one, being forced to pull drones to stay alive for the time being. Trying to turn. Oh, the drone wasn't able to be. Does not get made into a spore crawler. Unfortunately, whew, that tongue-tied me for a second there. The lings overextending. They need to stay on the creep. Trying to kill that Reaper, but no, the Reaper does have 2 kills. One of those is a drone. I think one of those is a ling. Yeah, so pretty good stuff. NoRegreT managed to go 3-hatch before pool. 3-hatch extractor before pool and stay alive. That is crazy stuff. There's a queen here ready for the Reaper. Can it hop over these rocks? I don't think it can. The Reaper just using the combat drugs to hide here between the rocks and these ferns. What else is going on here for CranK? There's barracks. There is a starport under production. A couple Hellions. As well, Baneling Nest coming up for NoRegreT, possibly going for a Ling Bling Muta play, which would be a little bit discouraging, but again, the Queen catching this Reaper might be able to kill it, and yes, she does. Interestingly enough, the Reaper did not get any additional kills, did pretty good scouting to see the worker count on this 3rd base, but it looks like Reapers can hop over these rocks. You know, let's go back and double check. I was busy doing stuff. Did I go too... Nope, not far enough, apparently. I think this is about 20 seconds per seek. There it is. All right, Reaper, let's see this thing. Oh, the KD8 charged itself over the rocks. Okay, that was awesome. I have never seen that before. Cannot hop over the rocks, but can KD8 charge explode itself over the rocks? Yes, the Reaper takes 10 damage, but getting up here into the 3rd is pretty vital for that scouting information. That was cool. I like that a lot. All right. Might have to make a GIF of that and submit it to Reddit or something, but if anybody wants to do that, that'd be pretty fantastic. Anyway, Overlord scouting things out. The Marines are kind of shooing it away. I thought it was invisible. Bit too close to the edge, I think. Medevacs being produced. Hellions on the way as well for CranK. I don't see any Liberators on the way quite yet. These Lings are going to be really annoying. Try to get up this ramp, but it is walled off, and there are 4 Hellions back here. So, oh, a Baneling Bust. Baneling Bust being attempted by NoRegreT. I don't think there's enough. Yep, the Hellions come right on in, scout this out. One does get surrounded, but nope, all the Lings get roasted to death by this mass Hellion play. The Banelings try to crash onto these Hellions. They do get a couple, but they're slow Banelings. I don't think they're actually going to make anything happen there. Oh, they actually do manage to kill a couple Marines. Chasing on in, more and more Hellions dying left and right. This Baneling gets a huge hit off on those. No! Oh, man. That was a lot more effective than I thought it would be. The last Zerglings do get killed. Oh, but they managed to kill the supply depot. Units lost shows 30 Lings, 3 Banelings to 7 SCVs, 5 Hellions, and 4 Marines in that attack, basically, that were lost for CranK. So NoRegreT is a good player, man. CranK is a pretty fantastic StarCraft 2 player. He's a professional from Korea. He goes random, right, on the ladder, so Terran isn't his main race, but he's really good with Terran. Another attack, trying to make this happen, trying to get hits off. They do kill a Hellion, 2 Hellions. And are they going to get another one? No, good control there by CranK, keeping those Hellions alive. Now the Hellions are on the offensive, but no, Lings are coming in, trying to get us around. They're a little bit faster, get picked up by the medevac, though. And their lives are saved. Thank you, medevac, say the Hellion drivers. They sound like vultures, because that's what they're supposed to sound like. More Hellions pushing on out. The Lings trying to get us around once again. They do get a full surround on one of the Hellions, explodes it. And this medevac is keeping guys alive, doing her best. I mean, not 100%, but what can you do? More and more Ling harassment here. NoRegreT really likes these harassment-based plays. It's a 3-base Ling Baneling attack here. I don't know how it's going to work here. Banshee in production here for CranK as well. Either might use the Banshee for defense, or possibly as the Baneling Bus comes right up the ramp, they do kill the supply depot. They come get a full surround on these Hellbats. Hellbats are being healed, but that's about it. More and more Hellions getting surrounded by Zerglings as well. But both these guys, no, I was going to say both managed to survive, but Hellions are getting cleaned up, picked up by the medevac as well. The supply depot burning down will survive. I think the SCV will come to repair it. And yes, it does. CranK has been under major fire right now, but 40 Harvesters to 33 total. Not too terrible. Zerg player has lost 3,000 minerals, 400 gas. CranK has lost 2,200 minerals and 50 gas. So yeah, the Zerg players definitely lost a lot. That's the thing about these attacks. If you Baneling Bust a Terran, you kind of need to win with it. What is that? Graphical breaking here, apparently. Remember when the Immortals looked like that? I don't know. Alright, so Banshees swooping on out across the map here, ready to do some damage. And some Hellions as well. There are Spore Crawlers on the way. That's good. A lair coming up as well for NoRegreT. Ready for any craziness that might ensue. There are a few Lings. I don't know if it's enough to deal with this many Hellbats and this many Banshees, but we're going to zoom out and see what CranK can make happen here. Banshees going immediately after this lair. The Hellbats getting right into the mineral line. The Lings coming from the backside, getting us around on the Hellbats. And do they manage to kill one? Yes, they kill one, but the healing capability is enough for the medevac to keep the other one alive. Through the DPS of that Queen, the Queen ends up dead as well. Good pickup there. At the same time, this base is under fire, and it's the lair. That is not good news for NoRegreT. CranK on the offensive after dealing with all of that Zergling, Baneling nonsense. Going after the Spore Crawler as well. Double Cloaked Banshee doing a lot of damage here. Killing Larva, it looks like. Yes, and now turning the attention back to the lair. This Hellbat Banshee harass looking very strong indeed. There's a Spire on the way for NoRegreT, but that's about it. Losing this base was huge. It was really, really big. And here comes the small push again, an economy push. There are Lings, there are Queens, but I really just don't know. The Lings try to get in here, get a surround. They do get a good surround on the Hellbats. The Queens are busy trying to kill the Banshees, but they're taking so much damage from above and the ground. Queens burning to death on the creep here. Both Banshees are still alive. 18 kills, 10 kills on that Banshee. Getting the extractor, forcing the retreat of everything from here. The Queen comes in once again, trying to make this thing happen. Vikings coming in just for good measure to kill individual overlords and try to supply block the Zerg player this base as well under massive amounts of fire. If the Spire can manage to finish, NoRegreT can make about 10 mutas here. That might be enough to maybe survive this, but he's lost so much stuff already. Only 6 drones, surprisingly. 124 Lings, 7 Banelings, but that was pretty much of his own doing. Spire does complete. NoRegreT is supply block, though, but not for long. Making 2 Mutalisks, but not enough. It's not enough for Mutalisks. He has enough money to make 6 more Mutas, but he's supply blocked. He only has 67 supply out of 70 available. He's replacing his spawning pool. He's trying to make this happen, but I really just don't know. Macro hatch coming up as well. And here comes the army for CranK trying to finish this off. Can he do it? Or the Mutas be enough? The Banelings come crashing in, taking out all of the Hellbats. Excellent play indeed for NoRegreT. And the Mutas are here. The Mutas are flying away though. Where are they going? They're trying to harass. So they're saying, leave my base alone. I'm going to go kill your stuff. Where is... Oh, Hellions come on in. Mutas do pretty good against Hellions. Their DPS isn't the greatest against them as that queen burns to death as well. If they get into this mineral line, oh my goodness gracious, getting a surround on them. The Mutas flapping in here at the same time, trying to kill what they can. But there are missile turrets. That is never good. Trying to kill the Banshees. Cloak pops up just at the right time. The Vikings are sniping from a distance. SCV's coming in, transferring to this third base. CranK on a 3 base here, while NoRegreT is basically stuck on 1. Not very good at all for a Zerg player. CranK looking very, very strong indeed. And yep, I think the Mutas are just taking damage. The SCVs are repairing each other. They're killing some stuff, but I just don't think it's enough. The Muta count being whittled down here. There are 10 on the field, 2 in production, so 12 Mutas. But yep, 3 Thors on the way for CranK. CranK very intelligently going for anti-Muta production, knowing that's pretty much all that NoRegreT can do. At this point, a second base being established, or reestablishing the main base for NoRegreT at this point, and this one as well. So, yeah, that's it. NoRegreT is defeated, CranK is victorious, and NoRegreT has left the game. So pretty much realizing that, yeah, losing those 2 bases was just too much to overcome. CranK was in a really, really strong position there. I mean, resources lost tab was just insane. 7,000 minerals, 1,000 gas lost for NoRegreT. CranK only lost about 4,000 minerals and 200 gas. So... yep, that's pretty much how things work. Spending here, economy for CranK looking really, really good with 65 workers at the end there. Technology doubling that of the Zerg player as well. So that's about it. Thanks so much for watching. This has been FalconPaladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. I really hope you enjoyed yourself today. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe to catch daily Legacy of the Void casts. I've been doing this for several months now. I really appreciate all the support that I've received, but if you can find it in your heart to share one of my videos on YouTube with your friends on Facebook or Twitter, or also on sites like Team Liquid and Reddit, that's really good too. It's a good place to get additional subscribers and additional support. So again, thanks for all that you do. You can catch me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, all at /FalconPaladin. I do promise I do post things other than just links to my videos. People have said to, you know, post funny stuff and information as well, so I definitely make an effort to do that. You can also stick around at the end of my video to listen to the music on my end slate. That is something that I put at the end of the videos. It's an anti-spoiler technique, so you don't know exactly when the game ends. And it was just silent for a long time, but a subscriber approached me about a week or so ago and said, hey, can I put music on that? And I said, sure. So he put music on that. It's different songs, 4 different songs. And you can check those out. Also a link to his SoundCloud site. So check him out. Give him some support for supporting FalconPaladin, and everybody will be happy. So that'll wrap it up for me. Thanks again for watching, and as always, until next time, you take care of yourself.